All right, welcome back, GBA Nation, for another edition of the GBA Show live tonight. It's 9 o'clock on Wednesday night, June 10th. I've got a few GBA staff members join us tonight. Jeff Ferguson, owner and director of GBA basketball. Tommy Strasser, one of our longtime court monitors, the voice of the GBA, and then Mr. Lucas Hutchison. Big Luke, as everyone knows, he's if you've been around GBA at all, you know Big Luke, and he handles the courts. So we just wanted to come on tonight. I know myself and Jeff has been getting a lot of messages and questions about when we're going to be able to play. And right now we are kind of in limbo, just like everyone else. As we watch other states starting to open up, get things rolling. We're still kind of stagnant, and we're not getting any information. So that's kind of why we're on here tonight. We just want, first of all, we're just going to talk about it, and then if anybody wants to hop on and ask a question, we'll do our best to answer that. So with that being said, Jeff, you want to start off with anything?
Yeah, I mean, this is just we're just continue to sit here in limbo and wait. Everything else is opening up. It's to be honest with you, talking to the coaches, talking to the visitors bureaus, talking to the directors. We don't have any answers. We're trying to find them out. We've talked to health departments. We've talked to trying to get things going, and it's very frustrating. From March, whatever it was, 14th, we thought we would play by Easter, and then you think you're playing by Memorial Day, and all the weekends in between. So really there's nothing, not a whole lot that we could say right now other than we're frustrated, and we want on the court. We want to play as bad as you guys do. Now, don't get us wrong. We have to do it the proper way. And I think that's the biggest thing. And I think that we are capable of doing that. And as we all know, one of our former employees was a UFC fighter, and Dana White with the UFC said, no, we're going to go forward and we're going to have fights. And he done it the right way. Nobody was sick. They had the testing, they done all that stuff. And that's kind of where we're at. We don't want to sit back. We want to do it the right way, but we want to get the people that want to play out on the court. And I think that's the important thing. And I think that, that we come up with a game plan, and then that's what we do. So, I mean, it's frustrating for us to keep telling the same teams and the same coaches that's calling, wanting to play, when can we play? So we definitely want to play. Hopefully the governor sees. I mean, Indiana, what's up? Tuck's one of the coaches there. It's been around forever, wants to play as well. Indiana just opened up full go at 3:00 today. One of the teams that plays in our tournaments, a couple of the teams sent us the information, and you could check it out there, but the governor come in and opened up rec centers 100% or whatever. Now, I don't know the capacity or whatever they could have, how many teams, how many fans can be there or whatever. But, some of the big places that we use, there's 1,500, 2,000, capacity, for people. So we're at, 200 or 300, the same as what would be at a wedding reception that they okayed in Ohio several weeks ago, with the 300 people. So, we're frustrated. We're very irritated. We want to get on the court. We want to play. We have extended. We keep extending. We keep getting, we just on the phone with Kingdom Sports Center and Mike Rowe a little bit ago. He wants us to run some events there in August, if possible. But, we have to also take in consideration when the OHSAA is going to open up, for volleyball and their fall sports and what's going on with track and golf and all that kind of thing too. So we got to make sure we got enough teams to play. So, each week we do this, teams are dropping off. So right now, I know, John, you know better than what I do, but I know we have a lot of teams that wants to play, and right now. So we're hoping to be able to start as soon as we can. I don't care if they give us on Wednesday, and that's the thing. We'll reach out to the teams, but if they release us on a Wednesday to play on that weekend, we will have a tournament that weekend somewhere. We'll get with the teams. We'll do a schedule. We will have a tournament. So, but like I said, we want to do it the right way. We want to make sure that we do it the right way. I've talked enough probably, but they're tired of hearing us come on here saying the same things. But, we're irritated. We think something needs to be done, and we're trying, everything we can do and talk to the people. And it seems like, if, Kings Island, once there's a lawsuit, or something is filed, the next day they have a plan of action. All we want is a plan of action. Give us what we can do, give us the guidelines, and we can make it happen.
Jason Lowe there, Cincy Ice. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Can we start a petition now that the recreation center gyms are open? That's been a good question. That's a very good question, and something that's actually we've had some phone calls about. So.
And that's why we got to call. And that's why we got to call the governor's office. You got to call your state representatives, your Congress people. That's who we're voting in. So, we need to step up and say, that we want to play. And, I don't think it's any different than volleyball. And I know that I just fought for this past weekend, and I got turned down in Cincinnati, or for this coming weekend. That they okayed a volleyball tournament, but they did not okay a basketball tournament. Why? Tell me why. What's the difference? When you're going up to spike a ball or someone's going up to block, when we do something wrong, you call us out on it and we'll address it. But if you're telling us that volleyball and basketball is different, tell us why. Explain to me what's different. It's the same ball, the same teams, that are playing or whatever. It's non-contact volleyball. Well, we could do non-contact basketball as well. If we're going to play that game. Just
I think, Jeff, the general consensus is everybody, at least that the phone calls I'm taking and people we're talking to is just give us some kind of a guideline, give us something so we can start putting things together rather than just leaving everybody just hung out to dry and keep hearing hearsay, when things are going to start, when they're not going to start, when here's a date, whatever it may be, and just give us something. Tell us when we can start, or give us an idea so we can start putting those. We have plan A, B, C, and D in place. For weekends, we have every weekend covered. Let's just give us an idea when we can start. And as you can see, we got over 60 people, 65 people on here watching right now. There's people who want to play. I get phone calls, I get emails. It's just give us something.
Yeah, there was a tournament in Iowa as well. Yeah, I think that was a USJN event.
Yeah, it was a big high school event. Yeah.
Yeah,
we want to.
Sorry, Jeff. We have seen some, things, going positive, in a good direction. You just keep waiting for the okay. A lot of the schools the past 2 weeks, you've been able to, we've been able to do open gyms. It's just been, working individual, not team stuff, but you got all the kids in there. I know baseball and softball here locally, they're playing games. And I know at Cambridge City Park Friday night, their first game of the year, they had a huge crowd there. Right. It was pretty packed. Everybody, excited, taking care of each other. If you're, sick, don't go. But everything, Indiana, like you said, opened up, and, we're just ready to get to go. And one of the best news, not everybody may know today, the company Johnson & Johnson, they're going to try a live vaccine, hopefully, that can cure COVID-19. They're going to start trying it on people next month in July. So you had heard there wasn't going to be one for 12 months. Well, they may have one next month, and they're going to try it out on people. So hopefully that goes well, but we're all ready. That's for sure.
Well, I know, I get irritated, and I could get on here and get on a rant for sure, but we can't get in the gym and we can't run an event but yet I went to Walmart this morning.
Yes.
To go get a few things, get whatever, and it's shoulder to shoulder. So I mean, how is being shoulder to shoulder in a Walmart? And I know Luke, he could speak for this. He's out running around everywhere. How's that any different? You know what I'm saying? Than us putting it, give us a guideline to put in the gym, how to play a game, and we'll separate the people. We'll do whatever it is, but it sure as the hell ain't separated in Walmart. That's for sure.
It's just, it's frustrating. I think it's, we need to make a stand here. Should we have done it a month ago? Probably. We're not saying that. I mean, and listen, if somebody is sick, the elderly, I mean, my mom lives with me here, so I have to watch what I do. I got to be smart with what I do. I don't want to bring the virus back to her. So that's what we do. And if you're sick, then you stay at home. That's the other thing. And if you don't feel comfortable, don't play. Not a problem. Don't play at all. But for the ones that want to play, give us a chance. I mean, we've got a business here for 20 years that I busted my butt for. Our staff has busted our butt to put forth an effort, and they're taking it away from us. And that's not right. That's just not right. We're kind of changing the tune a little bit. We're irritated. So we need your guys' help. We need you, if you're listening to this and you guys want to play, then call your rep, call in the office, call somebody, make a difference. Don't just stand and, I'm trying, I'm fighting. I mean, I'm calling health departments. I'm calling the governor's office. I'm talking to people on the commission. We're trying to do whatever we can do. You could drive an hour to Indiana and go play basketball, but you can't play here. It's not right. We can control what we can control here in Ohio. So if you tell us what to do, then we'll do it the right way. Instead of going to somewhere else, and no disrespect to Indiana, but where you're going to a place which you don't know. Ohio, you can control us. Tell us what to do, and that's what we'll do. So
yeah, we're not saying that we want to open up and start playing and be reckless with it. Give us a guideline, give us something, and we'll do what we need to do. And put something in place and get groups playing, get the events going. I mean, these kids have already lost out on, some of them lost out on state tournaments. Then they lost out on spring sports. Now they're losing out on spring, summer basketball. Give them an outlet. Give us a direction. Let's go. I mean,
and John, I think you touched on it. The biggest frustration is just the inconsistencies of what we see going around,
right?
And compared to what we're trying to do.
And we get information.
Yeah, we get the difference. People not stupid. I mean, our people, we know. A wedding reception of 300 people. We're right at, if we had a capacity tournament of 4 or 5, 6 courts going, we're at 300 people. That's it. But we can control that. We could play every hour and 15 minutes or 20 minutes. We could, even if it's not a tournament format, if it's just to play games, we could do that. You could play 2 games, and then we exit everybody out. We clear the gym, wipe off the courts, whatever we need to do, wipe off the basketballs, whatever we need to do, and then get ready to go. And we're not putting a big thing out on our tournaments, what we're going to do. We want to see what the state says, what the government, or what the governor says we need to do, and a plan of action, and then we'll put that together and work with the facilities. But obviously, we're going to err on the side of caution.
And I know we've talked to those facilities, Jeff, that, they said, they could space it out, in the bleachers and stuff like that, space it out for the 6 feet if it needs to be 6 feet, whatever it may be. But let's just give us some sort of direction and, a date to when we can get this thing rolling. And then everyone, I think, as we have been, and obviously we're going to try to follow and do the best we can, but we're starting to get frustrated. I know we've been hearing the frustration from the groups, and we're trying to be patient with it, but now it's starting to get a little bit crazy.
Well, when you could play an hour or 2 down the road, but you can't play here, then we have a problem. And I'm not political. I'm not smart enough to be a politician, but I could run a basketball tournament, and we could do a safe basketball tournament. And I think that's what we want to do. And the consensus is, and it's not just us, we're getting, I'm tired of telling the teams that we can't play or just keep watching. You know what I mean? It's got to be, he's got to release something that says, the gyms are open just like they did in Indiana today. That's what we need to have playing. They're playing in Florida. they're playing in Florida, they're playing in Iowa, they're playing in Indiana, they're playing in other places, and I think that our numbers went down some, and we've been patient, and it's time to start moving forward, and the people that want to play need to play, and we need to get better. I mean, we need to get better, but I mean, obviously, we're definitely would never say anything about health and worry about that, and getting somebody sick, put in the hospital or anything like that. It's not that at all. It's that the healthy people want to play, and I think that's what we need to do.
And we can play safely. We can play safely and set up a plan, just as we've all talked about. But just give us something. I know, Tommy, you said you guys have started back to your open gym, right, with schools.
Yes, absolutely. You have good numbers turn out. We're not playing 3-on-3, 5-on-5 or anything. Just a lot of ball handling and shooting drills and stuff. But the kids are working hard. But they're all in there together, and you can do that, but you can't
Right.
take it a step farther. And then, like I said, they had the softball games going tonight. I know they're outside, but you're still together. It's just frustrating with the inconsistencies, and hopefully with Indiana opening up, maybe they'll trigger it some our way too.
Well, and the other day we got a message and we got a phone call that with potentially there was going to be a date, where things we was going to get an announcement, with some dates, and then now 2 days went by, and the dates that we were told and what was going to happen, with some things is by a few different people, nothing's it's just silent. Nothing, no one's heard anything. So that's what's frustrating is you hear and you get word of all these. Well, okay, it's going to do this date and this date and this date, and then it's silent. You're ghosted. There's nothing, and that's where the frustration comes in, and a lot of people are frustrated, and it's even more frustrating, like you said, and people were. I got a couple messages today about people send me, I think Mark Hannon there, the Arctic Rush program, sent about the Iowa having their big high school jamboree and had all those teams playing. So what the heck.
Hey, John, check the messages there, and we're going to try to get see if we can't reconnect with Brandy. Said she could try to pop on.
Okay.
Send her the link. She's going to try. We're going to try to get Brandy Hoskins in. We got a great crowd, so we're all frustrated, and we'll bring in Brandy. She's always smiling and laughing and having fun. Talk about her new tournament. Even with not knowing what's going on, we still added the Brandy Hoskins Classic. We would love to get back into Columbus if we could open up and just talk to Katie Smith the other day. We would love to bring that Katie Smith tournament back. So if they open things up, we'll add the tournaments. We'll add good events. We'll put on great events, and we'll make it happen. So we just need the okay to get it done or find out what we need to do. But we're hearing that maybe late June or July now. Who knows? So, but we just need answers. We need answers, and we can't give you a definite answer because we don't know, and they're not telling us.
Well, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't we told yesterday that Indiana was going to push their date to July?
Yeah.
And then today they announced that it's opening. So it's like day to day, and you've heard so much BS.
Yeah, we have Indiana guys calling us wanting to play, which I mean, we want to get them in, and I will tell you this. I mean, this is when they do release it or whatever. I mean, make sure that and I know you're getting with John now, but we need to definitely get in, because who knows if they limit us to the courts, we don't know what we're having. We're trying to guess, but right now it's hard with nothing wrote down, restrictions and all that stuff. It's hard to gauge how many places we need, what's available, and not only us, everybody's trying to run. Everybody's trying to run. I've talked to boys directors, the girls directors, and are working with Ryan, from Certified Basketball on an event or two. So, and they're trying to also set up the college exposure stuff. So, so I mean, it's tough,
Yeah, it's real tough. There's Brandy. Hey, Brandy. Can you hear us? I don't know if she can hear me.
Yeah, let her get her things on there. Can you hear us, Brandy?
I would say that's a no.
No, she can't hear. All right.
Brandy, you can't no voice?
No voice. She
No,
can't
no,
hear.
we can't hear you. You could send her a text, John. Tell her to try when she gets home.
Yeah.
And hey, John, do you want to touch on we're officially 10 days away from our first scheduled weekend tournament, about maybe how long we can wait, because we want to wait as long as possible and try to play in 10 days. But if you want to update them on that.
Let's answer Brian's questions here about the Run for the Roses. I don't know much about it, Brian. I know that they moved it to Nashville. I don't know what kind of response they're getting, but I know that there's supposed to be a weekend in August and a weekend in September that college coaches come out. I don't talk to the director that run the Run for the Roses, but you would have to check on that. I'm not sure how the progress is going for that, but I guess you could see the internet. I don't want to comment on that. That was one heck of a tournament last year for sure. I don't know how they're doing this year with the move and all that stuff. And I know they do a great job with that tournament, but I'm not sure how it's going or what's going on with that one.
I know there's a couple groups that play in our events that I think are still planning to go down there for that, but I haven't talked to them about the details on what's going on with it.
Hey, Brandy, can you hear us yet?
No, she's having audio trouble.
Okay, send her a message. Tell her just to go, and then we could try when she gets to a computer. We'll get her back on. We'll jump on tomorrow, the next day, whenever we can, as soon as we can. We'll get her on there. But Tommy, what was what's going on with the schools, Tom? I know you're working with the OHSAA side, the high school side. You're coaching. What have you guys been doing? Just drill work?
Yes, just the last 2 weeks, we've been able to start having open gym, and really just you're not able to go live in anything. So just individual shooting, rebounding, shooting and ball handling drills, stuff like that, and getting in the weight room some.
That sounds good. Yeah, it's tough for everybody, and you're trying to get your days with them, especially at the varsity level and camps, and a lot of the stuff is all canceled. So, and we're still waiting, to see. We're actually probably in the next day or two we'll announce another tournament or two that we've had that came about in one of the brand new places that we're excited about that we've never been at before. So, and it's brand new. So, it's we'll announce that one, and then we're working with a couple places there in Columbus to see if something kicks loose there, comes open. If it does, we get enough courts, then we could run some of our bigger events that we had in the past. And then also working with with the fall league in Columbus, and we'll be announcing another fall league in another location probably in the next few days as well.
Can you hear us, Brandy? Nope, she still can't connect. She said she's having trouble.
That's all right. Yeah, tell her we'll get her. But her tournament date is at Bales Arena,
July 18th, 19th.
July 18th and 19th, and possibly now we may have to play some Fridays if we get teams in and we get the okay to go with them. We may have to play on Fridays, but I don't think teams are really going to care, but we may have to play some Fridays because her tournament will be a hit as well. So we're just, guys, if anybody's just popping in or just checking out, we're just talking about everything that's going on this year, what's happening with us. We're frustrated, and answering any questions that anybody has, and whatever else.
Yeah, well, Jeff, we have one here about the first event, asking how long before we'll cancel it.
Actually, we just talked to Allison, who runs Sports Plus, and they're okay to wait as long as we can, but I don't think we can do that. It's day by day, but we'll probably tentatively say, listen, by this weekend, Friday, Saturday, something like that. We'll probably cancel and then put it on hold as it's tentatively canceled unless, the governor comes out by Wednesday. I mean, it's hard to say. And the other thing is this. If we can run that tournament, number one, no, we're not keeping your money if you can't play.
Right.
And we're not doing any of that stuff. You'll get your full refunds. You'll get all of that. That anybody that played in our tournament that doesn't want to play in our tournament, we are not holding your money. We are not transferring your money to another tournament. We give refunds. And that's why we've been in business 20 years. And I'm not keeping anybody's money for sure, because you can't do. I mean, you got to give people, how many people's on unemployment, whatever else. So, and I'm not ripping on anybody else. I'm just saying we will do refunds. And if you can't play, you could play. If you can't play, then you'll get a refund. Or, I don't know if we even took the entry money for some of these teams yet, but we're waiting to see what happens. But
I have not taken any entry money for the teams, just the ones that you guys have been doing a great job with that as we've asked you on previous shows. Send me an email with a list. Where you want to play, and with what team you have, we'll get you on that list. And then once we know a date and we know things are going to happen, then we'll start, putting all the pieces together, and we'll work on getting the information from you and payments and all that stuff. But just to circle back to that real quick, Jeff, about asking, I know, and this could be the reason that Gina's asking this, and I had a couple phone calls today, was people are booking hotels. So they don't want to get, they don't want to lose. They only have so many days that they can cancel, things like that. So,
definitely, I would definitely cancel your hotels or re-get them, whatever we need to do. And if we have to work with you, however we have to work with you on scheduling or getting you in, we can do that.
I think they've told, I told them, at Sunday night or Monday for sure, make sure you cancel that, because that gives you plenty of time. Most of them are 3 or 4 day windows. That I believe that you can cancel. So,
hey Trey, it's good for you popping on here. Appreciate what you're doing for all your kids. We see you working there, and we're trying to get back in the gym as soon as we can. And you're exactly right. It's in God's hands, and we're hoping to get back on the court, as soon as we can with tournaments. I know you're doing a great job with all the kids there in the Dayton area and surrounding area with what you're doing with your program. Love checking out your Facebooks and all that lives and all that kind of stuff. We're just talking hoops, talking anything, answering questions anybody has, talking about our frustrations of being here, talking about this stuff for the last 2 months without anything happening. Tentative schedule, we can release it tomorrow.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Mark, I have it right in front of me right now. We're just making a couple tweaks to it, and tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, I'll have that up on there. I was going to do it tonight, but we made a couple changes. You had to make a couple changes, so that answers your question, Mark. We'll have it updated tomorrow night on the website.
Brandy, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Hi.
Hey, Brandy.
Hi,
Hey.
Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
Good to see you.
Hey, everybody. Good to see y'all too.
Man, your training skills are a lot better than your internet skills.
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I'm even in the car. Like,
We had 75 people. We had 75 people on the Facebook Live. We was going to help market what you're doing and everything else. And we think you're down here to hear us.
I'm sorry. I just have bad service in Dayton, I think. Like, the areas are pretty bad with internet service. I'm not doing it purposely, I promise.
No, I get it.
You're all good.
Hey, fill us in a little bit while we're talking. We're just talking our frustration about not being able to play. You're back. You're smiling. You're back in the gym. You're training some. Fill us in.
Yes, I am.
We seen your Facebook. You've been at the Ohio Crush. I see Dayton Metro. You're all over. WTN, WTO. Fill us in.
Yeah, I've been grateful, like you said, like the past week I've been able to get back in the gym. I've been down there with Ohio Crush. I've been enjoying that. I met with Jason, and that's been going good. And then, of course, in Dayton, I've been with Dayton Metro, with Chuck and Hutch It's going great. WTNO mark. So it has been picking up for me, but like everybody's still pretty cautious about what we're doing or whatever. But it's picking back up, and hopefully soon, like everybody be back playing, because that's what a lot of the parents and kids want is to play. But I'm just grateful to be back started somewhat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're excited. I told him you couldn't jump on the other day, but we was excited to announce that your first tournament will be at Bales Arena the July 17th, 18th, and 19th. Are you excited for that?
I'm more than excited. I'm grateful. That's what I've like forever. Like I'm more than excited. Like I can't wait. That's a dream come true to have a tournament. Like for me to actually have a tournament. Like I'm excited. I can't wait for the tournament to start. I know everybody gonna come and compete like all GBA events, but I'm just honored to have one in my name.
No, we're excited to have you there. I think it's great. And Andre, the Columbus location. Do we have? Are we ready to announce that yet or not?
Adrian, we'll announce that here in the next maybe Sunday or the first of next week. We'll announce that because we have not only Columbus, but we have another location as well. That we'll be announcing as well. So give us a few more days on that, Adrian, and we'll get it announced, buddy.
Yeah. So where was you at today? Who was you? What facility was you at?
I was at Bell's Arena, actually. I did 3-day in Metro teams, the 17-year-old team, the 14-year-old team, and then a fourth grade team. So I was out at Bell's Arena.
Hey, Brandy, I know the girls are always excited and energized when you work them out, but since you started back up, have you sensed a little bit more excitement and energy from the kids since, you've been waiting so long to get back out there?
Hey, Tommy, great question how you put it, but she can't hear you again.
Yeah, she can't.
Go out and come back in.
Okay.
For some reason, you and Brandy's connection, you guys, I don't know what it is.
Oh, gosh. Did you? All right.
Hey, somebody can translate for me.
Seen his mouth moving.
Hey, Eric, no, we do not have a definite date yet. We're hearing it's going to be July, but as everyone else, unfortunately, we're just kind of stuck in limbo here.
Yeah, Brandy, what did Tommy say? Tommy, sum that up faster. Talk faster, too. What was the question?
Hey, I said when she works kids out, they're always excited and energized to begin with, but has she noticed more excitement and energy from the kids since they've been waiting so long to get back out there?
Hey, you will,
Brandy.
Go ahead, John.
Can you hear me, Brandy?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, he's just asking how's the energy? Always, when you always do your workouts, the energy is always high with kids and things like that. Have you noticed a difference in the energy with the kids, as coming out of the quarantine and now getting back in the gym?
As far as the energy, like the kids are excited, but the conditioning is a little off. And I've had a couple kids have throw up and stuff like that. Like the energy is there for sure. Like the kids are excited, they want to keep going, but of course the conditioning level is a little like lower than it normally is because they haven't been running or playing. Even if you have been running, being in basketball shape is completely different than just going out there and jump roping and running and stuff like that. So they're just now kind of trying to get it back into basketball shape, but the energy is high. The energy is at an all-time high. The kids want to play.
Sure.
Like they really are ready to get out there and play. Like seriously. So the energy is at an all-time high. Like I told a group of kids today, like, as long as you guys bring this type of energy and effort, you're unstoppable. Like they are working hard, but of course it's different than being in basketball shape if you haven't played games or practiced in a long time.
Wow, John, you asked my question better than I did. I'm going to make you my personal translator.
Tommy, that's why I've been around so long. I just soak it up. Hey, Jason, that's a great. Luke's so quiet, and that's a very rare occasion. He gets on here and he starts sweating and he breaks down.
Hey, you know what? I don't know what it is. When I'm on here with just merely Tom Strasser, I get nervous. If it's just me, Benny, Jeff, and John, I talk everybody's leg off. But when Tommy's on here, he's a legend. I just get nervous.
Hey, Jason, Luke gets paid by the word. So Jeff won't let him say too much when we go live.
I can't wait till I see Brandy next time because we get in a debate every time with top 5 NBA players.
So we don't get it. You lose a debate every time we talk. We lose the debate.
I've had a whole year. I've had a whole year to prepare my list this year.
I'm already prepared. So good luck.
You be prepared. I got shirts and everything else I'm coming at you at the Brandy Classic with.
As long as LeBron is at the top of your list, we should be okay. As long as he's at the top of your list, we should be good.
Well, I've known Luke long enough. I know LeBron's not at the top of his list.
That's why he'll lose another argument then.
Hey, Brandy, where do they,
Yes.
individuals and teams, both you'll work with, correct?
Yes,
Just depending on the location.
Yeah, right now, it's hard to do individuals because the gyms are just getting back up. So I only have a limited time. So I've been trying to do small groups and teams. Like I've been trying to keep the groups down to like 4. Because it's hard to give an individual 1 hour when you got like 25 people to train.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to get back to individuals soon. But right now it's kind of like I can do them with small groups, like 4 or 5 people, because I have so many people that want to train. And it's still 100% beneficial. Like it's still like all work. Everybody's still going to get better. Like, but I just can't say, well, I can give you this hour if I only got 3 or 4 hours of gym time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And now they just contact you on social media. They could call us whatever they need. Obviously, people are getting a hold of you because you're always in the gym somewhere working with a group. And
yes.
But they can find you on social media, right? And we're gonna right. And then
they can find me there. They can contact you. Like I'm available. Like if they feel like they can't get to me through Facebook, they can contact you, and I can talk to them like that. Like, but I'm for sure ready to train, like 100%.
That's right, Angie. We miss seeing you guys too, and
yeah, absolutely.
You keep us entertained with your videos for sure.
We miss that energy, Angie.
Yeah, we need the energy. Luke's just not getting it done for us here.
I ain't going to respond to that.
That's right, Luke.
It's always fun. We started out this. Brandon, when you come in, you're always smiling. We're all mad and upset that we can't get in the gym. And I thought we would get you on here and you would lighten the mood and make us all laugh and smile. So.
Well, good. Derek, I hope I helped.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure, and you always make us smile, Brandy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's mutual.
Derek, we spoke about this. We do have the information for that, but we're not going to release it yet. We're still a couple things. We're not quite ready to release it, but hopefully maybe the end of the weekend or the first week we'll have information on that because we have another league as well coming. So. Yeah.
Brandy, do you go to Cincinnati to train?
We can make it happen for sure. If I can get the facility and get some girls, that's my goal. I want to train all over Ohio. I was supposed to be meeting with Allison, of course, for Cincy Swish, but like with all the corona and stuff, that was canceled because I was supposed to do a lot of training up there. I was supposed to be there every Monday, I think from like 6 to 9, but because of the virus, that got closed down. But hopefully we'll get something set back up to where I'm down in Cincinnati. I would love to travel there.
Yes. Hey, Jason, I'll shoot you a text with Brandy's number. And that way she can get down there. Brandy, Jason he does the Cincy Ice program down there in Cincinnati. So I'll shoot him a text with your number. That way he can get a hold of you.
Okay. Thank you. Yep. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And like I said, you was going with Allison on the skills and drills Mondays. I think they have for the Swish, but also being there with the 6 courts, they could rent a court or whatever and do some training there as well, either before or after that.
Right.
Well, is there anything else we need to talk to? Anybody?
I think people are still on here. We got fired up in the beginning a little bit, but we can.
Yeah, we're irritated. I mean, we want to get in there, so we're trying to find out what's going to happen here. I think
Brandy. For the first part there, Brandy, what we were referring to, we were just talking about how everyone's getting frustrated. Indiana just announced that they're opening up, to start playing events. Iowa, different states, and around us are starting to open up to play. And we were just, kind of having a little rant about how frustrated we are that we're not able to do anything. I think we lost her there.
I think she froze up a little bit.
Yeah, we lost her.
Nope.
You back? Everybody else there?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going up.
I think we're
You
losing.
back with us?
Nope, we lost her.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Tiffany, you may want to reach out to Brandy as well. I'm not sure if she's seen that or not. You could find her on social media, Brandy Hoskins, and shoot her a message. She would love to be, there's kids in Cincinnati I know that want to work with her as well. And that would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. She does a great job. And I know she just was there with the Crush program, and Jason had talked to me there a while back about it, and got them hooked up, and she's pretty happy with that for the High Crush program.
Yeah.
So
I like Brandy, but no way LeBron's better than Michael Jordan. It don't happen.
I just here's the thing, and my thing on that, and Luke, we've had this conversation. The game is different, so I don't think you can compare. And they start comparing who's the greatest of all time, this and that. I think it's very hard to compare those guys.
I just admire Luke's manhood. You notice he waited till we lost her before he started bowing up on her about this.
We get a big argument every year over it.
Yep, I've been around that a little bit.
Yeah.
They get after it pretty good, debating over who's better.
When I say Michael Jordan's ahead of her, she can kind of live with it. When I say Kareem, she gets really mad.
Brandy, can you hear us now? No, we lost her.
I think she said, I agree with Luke. Yeah.
Hey guys, and if anybody's just
Nick.
jumping on,
Thanks for joining us, Nick.
yeah, anybody's jumping on. If you got any questions, we're just talking about how frustrated we are. We've been dealing with this for the last couple months. We've been wanting to play, can't get in the gym. We just wanted to come on and jump on and share our frustration and kind of let people know where we're at. We'll put a new schedule out, updated schedule tomorrow, tentative, obviously, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, Nick, thanks for joining us. Tell your dad we said hi too.
Yeah, Jason, Brandy does a great job.
We can't hear her.
Brandy, we can't hear you for some reason. Anyway, we'll get things done. Anything else going on, Tony?
Hey, I'm just honored to ride the coattails of my partners in crime this evening.
Adrian, yes, we've been there. It's a really nice facility, buddy.
Yeah, it's probably the nicest facility we probably have been in. I mean, obviously because it's the biggest, probably. But we haven't even been to see Ronnie's place yet in Cincinnati, and just Ronnie Granison just built a brand new 6-court facility next to his 3-court facility he had. So, I mean, Sports Plus is a beautiful facility. All the places we use are good.
Yeah.
Brandy, any better?
No.
Man, she's struggling.
Yeah. Well, I think we could probably wrap it up anyway tonight.
Yeah, we want to jump on, and we'll do this again. We'll make the announcement and get Brandy somewhere where she could come in, and we'll talk a little bit about that tournament and then whatever else we have going on.
Yeah. So we just again want to thank everybody out there for all the support. You guys have given us over the years, and just to reiterate too, if you've not, if you're a program director, if you've not sent me your schedule or list of events that you are anticipating playing in, make sure you send those to me via email. That's John, JOHN @gbabasketball.com. Send that to me. I'll get you on the list. And then once we have a a go ahead date, then we'll start contacting groups and getting all the information and getting things more, getting the puzzle put together. But until then, just send me what you have. Tomorrow evening we will be posting a revised schedule on the website. We added a few dates there and locations, so you can check that out as well. And then either Sunday evening or the beginning of next week, we will be announcing the fall leagues information as well. So other than that, Jeff, do you have anything else?
No, we've secured places, but we want to make sure that we talk to everybody, and then we'll make that announcement, and to make sure that we're good now. And this is all subject to change.
Right.
Everything is subject to change. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. So, we'll just play it by ear. We want to play. I mean, we're hoping the governor comes out and says we can play tomorrow, but we don't know. So,
right.
We'll keep our end on our end. We'll be ready to go whenever they give us the okay. And until then, I hate to tell the teams to go to Indiana, but that's where you need to go. And you need to call your congressman, your senator, your governor, whoever you want to get on the phone and call, because I'm trying. But I mean, we're trying to get it done, but we're gonna keep working. We're not quitting. So we want to have a season, whether it's a shortened season. Everybody's season is shortened, this year, and we want to get out there and give the girls a chance to play.
Yep. Tommy, anything to add?
Hey, just excited and staying positive that we're going to hear some good news very soon.
Yep. Luke, how about you?
Stay positive, and we'll see you very, very soon.
All right. Well, we appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Again, just a quick recap. We just talking about kind of what's going on. There's been no definite date yet when we could start. A new updated revised schedule will be posted tomorrow evening. That's Thursday, June 11th on our website with some new dates on there. Make sure you check that out. And then also any program directors, coaches out there that have your groups and you're planning to play in those events, my email is up on the screen. Email that to me with the events that you're playing, team name and grade. We'll put you on that list. And then once we have a date to go ahead and get started, then we'll start contacting everybody and getting things put together. So again, we appreciate all the support. Make sure you continue to follow us on all of our social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we look forward to hopping back on here maybe Sunday evening. Take care. God bless. We'll see you soon.